Alright, this is my sleeping spot. I might come back tonight. I think I really seriously need a new battery. Wow. This thing may not be keeping a charge at all. I barely just started. And it's what, like 40 degrees? Mid-40s? After 2 days of sitting? It shouldn't be like this. Alright, today is Christmas. I'm going over to I'm going to celebrate it by hanging out on the top of the parking garage so I can cook some popcorn. Top of the parking garage near the library. It's quite a roundabout drive. I gotta like drive around this baseball stadium. This church it's 8 o'clock in the morning. This church is opening up on Christmas Day. Oh, cops are hanging around on this intersection last night at about 3 a.m. Had me a little nervous when I stepped out of my car. They were just hanging out. That's a good spot. But they didn't bother me, so it's fine. They were on one end of the block and I was on the other. I could hear their voices, but I couldn't make out their words. They were having two cop cars. They were having quite a conversation for a while. Maybe it was a quiet night, or maybe they hired extra cops in anticipation of problems. You know, Santa breaking in the homes and maybe taking more than he gives. But this area it looks pretty calm and clean. I mean, there's not a lot of racial diversity, which I think that kind of helps in a way. South Scottsdale is supposed to be pretty bad. Oh, is there? Okay. Nobody's behind me. I suppose I'm not going fast enough. I don't know the speed limit exactly. Alright, so this is my first right. I'd like to explore south, but I need my stomach to be healthy too. I'm really nervous about trying to go on big trips with a bad stomach. It's very possible to do, but I want to be healthier, and I just get older and older, and it's like incidents of drink water is my next right. Incidents of being unhealthy are popping up more often, and like in weird ways, like that surprise me. Transportation safety zone. So it's like 3 times this year I've gotten that gut inflammation. So what, is it gonna increase? Is it gonna be even more next year? I can't stand all that pain. I don't know how to deal with it. I think maybe I'll try consuming more cloves. Would cloves help? That's suggested for upset stomach. Alright, so, alright, I guess, yeah, I'll stay on the right, because there's cops that park down here. Okay, there's only one truck. So it's 3 hours on the weekdays. It's a Tuesday, but it's Christmas. Oh, this is a climb. But I've climbed stuff like this before. It's not the most desirable. It's completely empty. I'll park near the library, which is a ways down, as you can see. Nobody else here. Pigeons are waiting to be fed. I'm not sure if anybody else comes up here, but I'll do it for a day. A little Christmas treat. See if the internet works too. I was curious about that one. You got a garbage, you got bathrooms, possibly internet. I think I gotta be closer though. I didn't know you could actually climb up that love thing. Look at that, there's somebody sitting up there. Looks like this is almost over. Oh my god, what? Okay, there we go. Frank Lloyd Wright. On the canal trail, the fish really love this shopping cart. See, it's a shopping cart. Well, if that shows up, this is like one of the most popular spots for the fish. They like to hide behind the shopping cart. They don't have much to hide behind on this canal. Alright, I was recording mostly of the trip over on my iPod. Just wanted to get a little close up from a distance. There's so many people. This is so popular. And it's an easy walk from the canal trail. There's like 10 people crowding around that hole. Why? I came at a very busy time. Just make a quick look. They came out of that hole, struggling to climb out. Alright, here's a different angle. They built up the area around it pretty nice. That's really pretty. Are they fishing? Hole in the wall is over here, trail goes around. I think they might be entering on the side I was recording. Several layers of mountains. This is pretty cool. They got the most scenic areas in the south side of Scottsdale, even though it's considered the poorest. Alright, take a look at this. Active bees. Alright. No drones. No drone bees. Oh, there's people. People up there. They must have come through the other side. Jesus. I must have a good view over there. So freaky. What the heck? I kind of want to check out that tent and see what they say. I bet it's some interesting stuff. There's a lot to look at around here. Alright, so this is a little darker. The Legacy Gallery. Yeah, they turn off some lights. Have some other paintings on display. cattle drive. We got a lot of artistic stuff on display. It's really neat. This is almost a life-sized. This is an oversized horse, and this is like almost a life-size, kind of hollow. Maybe they mass produce it. All right, at the Nana maybe Sound Art. They got a pretty neat display here. I think that's, I could use a little more light. I do have a flashlight. These little colorful outdoor display businesses. Pretty neat. Lots of blankets. Mini. They're like coasters. Mini Navajo blankets. I like the color. It's like cartoonish. Some Mexican store. Mexican knickknacks. They're saying this Indian banyan tree planted in 1996 was this little thing. And now it's grown to like 50 feet tall. Alright, there's just some things you don't crush. One of them being prunes, another being garlic. It's just such a mess in this mortar and pestle. So I'm turning to chopping. I just got this little board, $5. I've been seeing it sit in the grocery aisles for a long time, and I finally got the idea that maybe it would work best, because this bigger board's more of a lap board, and then with its channels, it makes it harder to pour anything I do chop up into my food source. And this time it's going to be cereal, so I'll just quickly chop up some of these prunes and toss them in. Alright, Allspice does an incredible job with killing the burning pain of cayenne pepper. Hey, this is my kind of place. Sugar-free. I wonder if I should be adding allspice to my cayenne pepper heart attack formula, because that makes it, allspice like numbs my mouth and throat and makes consuming cayenne pepper a lot easier. So they're doing this on the computer now. For reserving the study rooms or whatever?
It actually was, there was no system. It was just first come, first serve.
Yeah.
And so...
And now you're really hammering down on people.
We'd have people stay all day, and there's other people that need it. So I can show you how to make a reservation.
Well, no, I see that it requires a library card.
No, actually it doesn't. It asks for one, but you don't really have to have one. Just an email.
Yeah, that's what okay.
Yeah.
All right, that black lady just walked by, and I was like, do you need a card? She's like, oh, no. Or she's like, I was like, do you need her card? No, she made it sound like you need a card.
Yeah, you know what?
And that's what I was like, I'll get confirmation with.
Yeah, no worries. It does when you when you go to log in, it asks for one, but you really don't need one.
First of all, this is, oh my God, it didn't even close the door all the way. What is the deal with that? I thought oh, it opens. Oh man, that sucks. I was gonna talk. Well, okay, it blocks out some of the sound. I'm hearing an echo. This is not my first choice, I guess. or this was my first choice, but it's not going to be my first choice again. I was gonna complain about that black lady. She asked me while I was waiting for another lady to get help at the help desk what I needed help with, and I'm like, I asked her, do you really need a library card to reserve the study room? And she's like, yeah. And that was it. She was like, yeah. You know, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get confirmation with this lady. And then so I asked that lady, what was the old system? Because this started December 16th. And apparently there was no system before. And people would stay all day, so they wanted to curb that. So what is it? You didn't need a library card before December 16th. So I thought it sounded weird that you needed a library card. I've never been in a library where you needed one. This black lady just... She tried to stop me right after I used the computer to ask, I don't know, to tell me that I couldn't again or something. I'm like, go ahead and talk to that lady. It's just frustrating with that, but whatever, I'm in here now. And I also have to make sure I don't use this room again. All right, a right on Thomas and a left on 68. You know, I'm thinking that if I ever have any other future court cases, if I'm told that the prosecutor hasn't even seen my case yet, if I'm told that right at the arrangement, or right at the trial, you move to have the case dropped. They didn't even bother to look at your case yet. It's clearly they don't see it as important. And I was told that back in Boise when Meridian Police charged me with disorderly conduct, something stupid. All right, a left on the canals trail, and then it's somewhere. Take a right somewhere. There should be a sign. All right, it's nice they paved it. Whoops. Not sure. $400. Wow. I can find something that looks similar. Mr. Mittens. A what? Oh, a mane. Yeah, it's not too often you see a reward for a cat being a Maine Coon. I'm sure it's loving the outdoors. Papago Park. Yeah, see, I don't know if I go that way. I see a bathroom. All right. So these guys are in between the hole in the wall and here. All right, I can see some holes. Here's the fence line. And so now at this point, yeah, I could enter anywhere. This is all a part of the park. They just had to protect their private property. There's a lot of people. There were a lot of people on Google Maps. If you look from the satellite view, you see all these people looking down on them, and there's a lot of people right now. So I was recording quite a bit of this hole in the rock on the Sony and reading the sign. These people figured out the solar system a little bit, so that how the seasons change by watching a hole on the roof. The light would change a lot. Wow. Ooh. This is quite a park.